Brunel and his workers to the absolute limit. At just 19 years old, Isambard Kingdom Brunel was about to get his first experience of a major engineering project. Assisting his father, Mark, he was put in charge of the tunnelling shield, where workmen were digging the new Thames tunnel. It was the first ever under a river.
The conditions for the men digging the tunnel down there, what were they like?
Oh, it was terrible. The wooden planks kept back the soft earth, but not the water. So the Thames is coming through the gaps between the planks, and that wouldn't be pleasant today. But in 1825, this is the biggest open sewer in the world. So the men in the cages are being showered with sewage, with effluent.
I mean, that sounds like hell on earth.
It must have been just the worst job, and in appalling, cramped conditions.
Although conditions have much improved from Brunel's day, the tunnelling shield is still the basic principle that's used on all modern tunnelling projects. Today, most of the work is automated, like on the Crossrail project under London. Here, vast drills cut through the earth, and then the tunnel lining is slid into place. But sometimes workers still have to return to the methods of Brunel's day, using good old-fashioned shovels and spades. On the London Underground's Northern Line extension, they're still manually digging out huge sections of the new line. Melanie Barker is project manager in charge of tunnels.
Melanie, how much does modern tunnelling stem from Brunel's original tunnelling shield?
It absolutely all stems from it. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do what we did without the invention of the shield. The shield essentially protects the workforce and also allows us to move through different types of ground condition. So I don't know if you've seen, but we have timbers in place. That's basically the same as a shield. They put the timbers up, it protects the workforce, it also stabilises the ground and allows us to keep that construction going through whatever ground conditions we face. So yeah, it's absolutely the reason that we can tunnel now is through that invention.
The techniques are similar, but in the pioneering days of tunnelling, the work was far more risky. In January 1828, 2 years into construction, Brunel's Thames tunnel suffered a major flood. And the young Brunel's career was almost over before it began.
The river broke into the workings, filled the underground chamber, and 6 men drowned in the darkness. This is a moment of sheer panic. Isambard, he's running up and down the tunnel as the floodwaters rise. He has a moment of inspiration, and he thinks of the emergency exit. He climbs that staircase, and the door's bolted. So he's trapped. And then, thank goodness, the man in charge finds an axe, smashes the door, and finds a body inert, lying in the water. He drags the body out, turns it over, and it's Isambard. He's just saved the boss's son's life.
But there was no saving the project. The disaster plunged the Thames Tunnel Company into financial hardship, and in the summer of 1828, all work stopped. For Isambard, this marked a low point in his early career. His anxiety and self-doubt are evident in his private journals of the time.
This is one of, I think, the most extraordinary objects we've got in the collection, and this is the locked diary of Isambard Kingdom Brunel. He kept it as a young man while he was working on the Thames Tunnel. It wasn't for the public, it wasn't for publication, it wasn't for public consumption. This is his thoughts. You can see just at the top here we've got the date, so that's the 6th of April, 1829. So that's a few days before his 23rd birthday.
He says, "What a life, the life of a dreamer. I am always building castles in the air. What time I waste."
Yeah.
That's incredibly reflective, isn't it?
Yeah,
Quite melodramatic. Almost questioning himself as an engineer, maybe?
Yeah, he seems to be questioning himself.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.